NASCAR's return to Bowman Gray, a fistfight-free madhouse? NASCAR's decision to return to Bowman Gray Stadium, also known as the Madhouse, feels like an ironic twist. Famous for its chaotic and physical racing, it's a place where rivalries are settled not just on the track, but sometimes with a good old-fashioned fist fight. Yet, NASCAR, once synonymous with drivers settling scores through brawls, is now moving away from that violent tradition. At least publicly, the return to Bowman Gray, home to wild brawls and intense racing drama, seems to clash with NASCAR's current stance on aggression. The governing body has long discouraged post-race confrontations, making it clear that anything resembling the infamous 1979 Daytona 500 fight, the incident that helped catapult NASCAR into the mainstream, is unacceptable today. Take the example of Taylor Gray at Martinsville, who found himself on the wrong end of a rough race that cost him a shot at the Truck Series championship. Instead of retaliating, Gray was forced to bite his tongue. As he put it, "If I do anything, I'm going to get fined or I'm going to get penalized." That's the modern NASCAR, one where anger management replaces the idea of settling disputes with a punch. This shift was made clear after Ricky Stenhouse Jr. was fined $75,000 for an altercation with Kyle Busch at the North Wilkesboro All-Star race. Despite his frustration, Stenhouse wasn't allowed to handle it the old-fashioned way, by confronting Busch physically. Instead, NASCAR imposed a hefty fine for what should have been, by all accounts, a classic NASCAR moment. In an era where self-policing was a hallmark of NASCAR, there's now a murky line between what's acceptable and what isn't. Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano, two of the most outspoken drivers, have both navigated these waters. Hamlin, after getting penalized for retaliation, noted the challenge of knowing when to act. Logano echoed similar sentiments, emphasizing that NASCAR can't simply ban retaliation without stepping in when things get out of hand. In a strange twist, NASCAR is bringing these modern, sanitized drivers to Bowman Gray, a place where angry words usually turn into fists. The irony isn't lost on anyone who remembers the fiery personalities of the past, like Cale Yarborough and Bobby Allison, whose clashes were legendary. As NASCAR heads to the madhouse, fans are left wondering, will the drivers be allowed to settle their scores as they once did, or will Bowman Gray become just another track where frustration boils over without ever spilling into a fight?